Good morning, Soul Tribe. I don't know if it's morning, but I think it may or may not be after midnight. I'm not for sure, but if it's after midnight, good morning. If it's still a little bit after 11, good afternoon, good evening. Good evening, that is. Okay, so with that being said, let's carry on. Let's get to it. Let's talk about it. I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about controlling your emotions and ways to control your emotions. What are emotions? We all know that emotions are based off of what we feel, uh, but it's a it's more or less like a biological base, psychological state brought on by physical changes, as far as like what you associated with your thoughts and feelings. So, like prime example, anger, fear, joy, happiness, sadness, all of that is brought on by based off of emotions that we feel, based off of experiences that we go through. But I wanted to talk to you guys about controlling them and how you control your emotions and how you get your emotions in check so that you are never put in a position where someone else can control your emotions, control your way of thinking, control your thought process. With that being said, I wanted to say, like, as far as like anger goes, how do you channel anger? How do you get through that without somebody, you know what I'm saying, making you blow a fuse? Without somebody having you spaz out, without you snapping on somebody. One way to channel anger is to take some deep breaths in and out. Blow it out your mouth, honey. Breathe. Just breathe. Breathe through it as you absorb and intake challenging moments that angers you or that are targeted to anger you. Sadness. How do you deal with sad emotions? Some ways to deal with sad emotions is uplift your spirits. Play some music. You know, and I don't make it worse. Lord, don't play look. I used to be that sister, honey. I'm sad. I'm gonna play some sad love songs or some sad gospel songs that lead my emotions right to the event that had me sad. No. Play some uplifting music. Play some music that's going, you know what I mean, make you move your body. Make you move, you know what I'm saying? Make you vibrant in your soul. As far as joy and excitement, oh, those are moments to enjoy. Just enjoy your joy. Just enjoy the moments of excitement. Just enjoy your happiness, and let no one steal your joy and your happiness from you. And how do they do that? By getting in here. It's all a thought process. Um, Whatever you think is what you're going to feel. You know. So like if I have past trauma or past issues that I've gone through, uh, and I encounter something that is relatively related to that, naturally it's going to trigger an emotion out of me because it's related to what I've gone through in past experiences. So how do you deal with that? How I deal with it, this is just biased opinion. This is me and my coping mechanism and how I control my emotions and how I deal with controlling my emotions, um, and how I stay unbothered. How do you deal with emotions that arise or that come into play that are related to past relatable issues or past relatable experiences? How you can deal with them is, again, breathe through the moment. You know, realize that this is a whole nother experience. This is a different experience in a different time, in a different day, in a different area. And what you do is utilize the past experiences to deal with your current experience. And like, how did you get through the past experience? You know, how did you control those emotions then? And if you didn't control them, then you ought to have better coping mechanisms and ways of controlling them now. based off of past experiences, because it's all a lesson, and the blessing is to take the lesson and apply it to your life. And that is the blessing, because when you know better, you choose to do better, or you should anyway. But with that being said, some ways to deal with your emotions is, again, to breathe through those disturbing emotions. Like anything that comes to bring about, or anything that comes to bring about anger in you, breathe through the moment. I'm telling you, look, when I say anger, it can be brought on, and it can be controlled by, it can be brought on and it can be controlled by outside, unforeseen, and foreseen forces. But again, if you don't give them your mind to manipulate and control, then guess what? You can't be angered, can you? If you recognize that you are the only one who are in control of your emotions, and you refuse to allow your mood and your emotions to sway based off of someone else's input or output on a situation that you're currently facing, or on a challenge, or on a task, if you refuse to get caught up in your emotions behind it, then guess what? There is no manipulation to be done. There is no manipulation to be had. There is no controlling of your emotions by outside forces. And what I mean by that is this. You are a powerful force to be reckoned with when people attempt to, or individuals attempt to, trigger you based off of what they know about your past. You are a powerful force to be reckoned with when you wholeheartedly just embrace your past, everything about it. Like, there shouldn't be anything of your past that you can't embrace, that you can't forthcomingly talk about. I don't care if you used to be a prostitute. I don't care if you used to sell dope. I don't care if you was a bum or homeless on the street. I don't care if you ate out of a trash can. I don't care if you a janitor, if you are a CEO and you had did things along the line that didn't get you there in a adequate way. Embrace it, or in a how can I, not adequate, in a ethical way, I'll say. Now I pray that we all keep our morals, values, integrity, and our ethics in check. But in the event that you didn't, okay, we only human. We're only human. And don't let nobody hold nothing over your head from your past. If you embrace your past, if you embrace everything about you, and you love everything about you, and it's things from your past that you know, you're not like, if I'd have known what I know now, I'd have did better then. Well, guess what? You know better now, so do better now. And you can't go and change the past. Embrace that. Just embrace the fact that I can't go and undo the past. But what I can do is embrace my past. And what I can do is not let nobody hold my past over my head. What I can do is not be bothered about who think whatsoever about my past. My past is just that. It's my past. And I'm going to love me through the process of embracing my past. But at the same time, don't get caught up in explaining your past. You don't owe nobody an apology but the woman or the man in the mirror. Nobody. Now, unless on the flip side, you've offended some people along the way, and you know if you have or haven't. But other than that, you don't owe nobody no apology about the wrong that you've caused yourself, or the challenges that you had to encounter, or the experiences that you've experienced. You don't owe nobody an apology but yourself. Embrace that, own that, and live in the moment of that, and just go forward from right where you are. Some things that I do now, I breathe. When I see that you're trying to trigger me, or you're using a task or tactic to tap into these emotions, I don't turn them off. But at the same time, I don't hand my mind over to be manipulated nor played with. In order for somebody to make you feel some type of way, they had to get here first. They got to get in here first. And so if you can control your thoughts, you can control what you feel. You can control what you absorb through your emotions, through the feeling of your emotions, because emotions are based off of what we think, what we receive right here in thought, which triggers emotions. And that's what we feel. So if you can control your emotions, baby, you're a force to be reckoned with. When I say, believe, how can I tell you this? Because I've gotten a grasp and a good hold on mine. And at the end of the day, it ain't always been easy because I used to be the type, honey, pop off, spaz out, flip out. It is like if you offended me. But here it is. That's a thought process too, to be offended. If it's not pertaining to you, or if somebody bring it to you, or if there's issues that arise that are not becoming of who you are and that don't fit the bill for who you're trying to become or be, then why absorb it? Why even be moved by it? Everybody got an opinion. They like buttholes. Everybody got one. Why be moved by the opinion of man? When I say man, mankind, man or woman. Why? What does that do for you? I mean, how does that get you to the next level in life? I mean, how does that put food on your table? What does it do for you? Does it put clothes on your back? How does it better you? That's the question at the end of the day. How does it better you? And so I say to you on today, if it does not better you, then why let it bother you? Why? And I think we all have been guilty of that. Allowing the opinion of man, or allowing outside forces to control our thoughts, what we feel, how we move. Like, you ought to be the only one dictating your next move. You and God alone. That's it. That's all. And if you are in control of your mind, if you are in control of your emotions, and you can keep your emotions in task, and if you can keep your emotions in check, that is. And I told y'all, this is unedited. We ain't doing no reading. No. What you see is what you get. But if you can keep your emotions in check, then you are a powerful force to be reckoned with, baby. Because that means you have taken all limitations off of yourself. And the sky is the limit for where you are trying to go. And only you can stop you from getting where you are going. Only you can stop you from becoming who you are trying to become. So I say unto you today, control your emotions. Get your emotions in check. Some ways to do that is by what you absorb. Don't take anything and everything in. Protect your peace. Protect your state of mind. Protect your thinking. Protect what you will and won't allow. In other words, as far as, like, prime example, when I say what you will and won't allow. If I know that, like, our mind, again, is a powerful source. And if I take it, that's just like my diet. If I'm sitting up here eating cheeseburgers, honey, you could look, I done lost a little weight. But I ain't lost a lot. But if I'm sitting up here eating cheeseburgers every day, then you better believe I'm going to be big as a house. And it won't be nobody's fault but mine, because I'm the one who absorbed it. I'm the one that put it in my mouth. I fed it to myself. So your mind is the same way. What you feed your mind will show up through your experiences in life. So supply your mind with healthy supply. That's all. It's just that simple. It's like not rocket scientists. It's not. It's simple. What you feed your mind has a way of controlling the moves you make, has a way of controlling what you produce, what you put out, how you respond in challenging situations, how you respond in sad situations, how you respond to fear, how you respond to happiness, excitement. What you feed your mind. Your way of thinking creates your way of being. So again, I say that you control your emotions, and only you should be allowed to say whether you have a sad day. Say whether you have an angry day. Say whether you have an exciting, happy day. I pray that we have a plenty of those. But only you can control it. And only you should be able to control that. A lot of times, you ever had a day where you woke up, day was good, you know what I'm saying? Day going swell, just a beautiful day, and then all day your day been just blessed. It's been good all day, and then you encounter one person who upset your day. Well, why let them control your day? Take encounters in, how would my mother say this? And I reference to my mother because she was a wise woman. She was full of wisdom. But she would always tell me, don't let one encounter ruin your entire day. Don't let one bad encounter ruin your entire day. If your day was good before you encountered that encounter, or you experienced that experience, shake it off, as the song say, and pack it under your feet and go on about your day and get back to enjoying your day. Nothing should be able to move you like that. And again, I'm guilty. That's why I'm speaking on it, because I was guilty of allowing outside noises, outside forces, outside people to influence the way I thought, to influence my mood or change my mood, to alter what I felt. No more. I'm in control of my emotions. My emotions are fully in check, and I've also in the past been accused of being nonchalant. Well, I'm not nonchalant, that's for sure. I care. But I don't have to go above and beyond to show you that I care or to express that I care. And some people miss that, and they get like, in other words, some people miss the memo or who you have introduced yourself to be. For me, if I've told you who I am, you better believe me the first time. That's just what it is. What you see is what you get. And at the end of the day, I'm not moved by money. I'm not moved by materialistic items. And so for me, in the past, I used to be accused of being nonchalant because those things didn't move me. And so like for me, it's the little things. And so you got to know who you're dealing with and who a person is and what they're made of in order to understand where they're coming from. And you can't get caught up in your emotions behind them not being moved by something you present. You got to know who you're dealing with. You got to know your people. That's another thing. But that's a whole nother video and a whole nother topic. So we're going to leave that alone. But as I was saying, control your emotions. Keep your emotions in check. Some things that you could do is meditation. I'm trying to think. Yoga. I wish I could, honey, but I can't. My back is jacked. And again, we don't talk about the back. I'm just saying, y'all know I've had 6 spinal surgery, so we can't do no yoga no more. I used to though, and it worked wonders. I used to work out every day. That's a stress reliever. So that controls that helps to keep your emotions in check, as well as keep stress down. Um, Drink your water, mind your business. That helps to control your emotions as well. I'm being sarcastic now, but no. Some things to control your emotions: exercise, meditate, pray, for sure. Pray, pause and pray. Oh, if you get angry by someone, pause. Just put like they do in the church. Put that finger up. Give me a minute right here. Give me if you know you about to lose your cool, pause for a minute. Give me a minute. I need a minute. Give me a minute. And pray, seriously. Take a minute and pray. And then, what were you saying? And then get back to it and continue. Check your emotions and control your emotions. Do not let nobody get the best of you. Do not let nobody get up in here and control the thoughts. When I say these are thoughts, your thoughts. Love you for you. And now understand me when I say you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but that's all right. They can go get some green tea, some, what they call it, matcha, mocha, whatever. Look, they can go get some different kind of tea. Black tea, iced tea, sweet tea, non-sweetened. They can get whatever they like. But at the same time, enjoy the tea that you are and sip from your own cup if no one else sip from it. Now, with that being said, I love you all. I came on here again to make another video. Again, I'm unedited. And you know why I decided to unedit these videos? Because we are living in a superficial world where everybody wants everything to be picture perfect when it's not. That's not reality. That's not real. And so I come on here to show you all my flaws and all. And to show you all how to just simply love you for you. You know, I love you. If ain't nobody else told you that, I love you. And when I say that, look, it be coming from the heart because I'm a people kind of person. Although, after I went through this lawsuit, and I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to testify. After I went through this lawsuit, after I sustained a spinal injury, I sustained multiple spinal injuries on the job. Now, initially, we thought it was just the lower back. But I did, when I told them about my injury, I told them that I had how I snapped my back. So I was lifting a tub of meat, and I lifted the tub of meat, and I snapped my back from the top to the bottom. And I immediately felt fire, a flame of fire, go down my back. It was in instant pain. I thought I just pulled a muscle. But that's a whole nother, I'm going to do story time, and I'm going to testify about my story, about the back injury, about the 6 spinal surgeries I had to have behind it, about the betrayal, the deceit, and how I overcame that as well, from loved ones and friends. My truth is just my truth. And again, and I encourage anybody, initially my motto used to be, you don't always have to tell your story. You don't always have to tell your side of the story, And I would just be like, let it fly. But at the end of the day, sometimes you need to tell your story in order for folks to understand where they went wrong with you, if they ever want to make it right. Now, that don't mean that you always have to come back together and kumbaya. But I'm just saying, sometimes, people know when they've wronged you. And sometimes they want to make it right. But sometimes they need to know where they went wrong with you. And if they don't know, if you don't tell your story, or if you don't talk about it, then how will they ever know where they went wrong with you? So it ain't always cool to just let it fly and not tell your side of the story. And at the end of the day, when you tell your side of the story, it don't mean you have to, get on no nasty, ugly time. Be bigger than that. It don't never have to be demeaning. It don't never have to be to tear somebody else down. Because if you got to do that to lift yourself up, you got some work to do. But at the end of the day, tell it from some grown folks time, mature time, with understanding for balance, with understanding for forgiveness, why you've chosen to forgive, and why you invite them into some forgiveness, you know? Sometimes you have to tell it from there. And there's nothing wrong with that. Anybody that say it is, something wrong with them. That's why a lot of people need counseling. Why? Because they refuse to tell their story. Why? Because they refuse to talk about it. You can never heal what you refuse to confront. I'm going to say it again. You can never heal what you refuse to confront. So if you refuse to confront what is ailing you, you refuse to talk about it, then guess what? You sitting up there with an open wound beneath a Band-Aid that you refuse to pull off. No, rip that Band-Aid off, let it breathe, let it heal. And sometimes you have to talk about what caused the wound in order to heal. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I advise anybody who's going to do so to get your emotions in check, because talking about the past should not trigger no amount of emotions within you. You should be like, and we're going to talk about that, doing the self-work to heal yourself. It don't always take, and don't take me out of context. Please don't take this out of context. But I was finna say, it does not always take a person going to see a psychiatrist. Sometimes you can pray and meditate, and you can do the self-work. But it takes accountability, because a lot of times you're not always in the right. And that's the hardest thing to do, to look in the mirror and see where you went wrong. And take accountability for where you went wrong as an individual. You know? Everything ain't always on everybody that's around you. You have to take accountability for yourself as to why things went on as long as they did. As to why things played out the way they did. What role did you play in it? What role did you partake in it? So with that being said, that's a whole nother video. We'll talk about that. But I'm going to get off of here. My back is killing me. And I'm trying to extend these videos a little bit longer. And I'm doing my best to do so. But again, they're going to be unedited because, again, yes, I am saved. But at the same time, I am not the type of individual who don't need God daily. Who don't have daily struggles. So you're going to see my imperfections and my perfections. And at the end of the day, there's nobody perfect in this world. Nobody but God Almighty himself. And so at the end of the day, flaws and all is what I bring to you. And I'm just saying, love me for you. I mean, Lord forgive me. Love me for me, and I'm going to love you for you, is what I'm saying. So this is a judge-free zone. I don't pass judgment on no one. I don't pass judgment on no one based off of the choices that they make, based off of the path that they take, because our choices are our own as well as our path. So with that being said, I welcome you guys to this Soul Tribe family. And then, like I said, I'm going to love on y'all as y'all love on me. And we're just going to keep it real, uncut, uncensored, raw, unedited around here. And at the end of the day, anybody passing judgment on you, like the Bible say, judge and be ye judged. So that's not a character flaw of yours. It's a character flaw of theirs. And a lot of times people point out in you what's missing in them. And that's okay. You know, we love on them anyway. We pray for them anyway. But that's a whole nother video. With that being said, you guys, I'm going to talk about what some things, like I said, I think I touched on some things you can do. Exercise, meditate, play some high vibrational music, keep your vibes high, surround yourself with positive people who can uplift you, keep your spirits high, keep you motivated, keep you inspired as you motivate and inspire them. And do not give nobody your mind to manipulate. In other words, don't give your mind away. In other words, don't let them have this for rent free. And if they gonna utilize it, make them pay for it. If you want to utilize what's up here, and you want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, control my emotions and my thought, pay me. Other than that, it ain't for free. So with that being said, Soul Tribe, I love y'all. I know I'm not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but at the same time, I'm all right with that because I'm not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. I embrace that. But those that I am for, I love you all as you all love me. You guys be blessed. Y'all have a blessed night. I hope this video was somewhat, enlightening. If not, we're going to do our best to do better by presenting better content, better informative content at that. So with that being said, I'm about to start stuttering, and that's what happens, honey. I'm giving you my raw, uncut, and uncensored truth. If I sit too long and I've sat too long and my pain is elevating, so when my pain elevates, you're going to hear your sister stutter because the pain be putting a pause in my speech. I already told y'all now, but that's what it is. So I'm comfortable in my skin, you guys. So I'm not nervous when I get on here because I give you guys me just as I am. But also, at the end of the day, I have to adhere to my body. I say that all the time because I have been one who tried to, go above and beyond and continue to press, even though I'm in severe, significant amount of pain. And today was one of those days for me, but I decided to get on here anyhow, and I know I'm looking rough. I don't care. I am who I am. It is what it is. I embrace what it is, and I welcome you all to embrace what it is with me and meet me right where I am at in the midst of my journey. I'm trying to heal from these spinal injuries, and again, that's another video, but I'm gonna do story time on that video, and I'll talk to you guys about that in the next video. So, but with that being said, y'all, I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed night, and again, I hope this is informative. Again, I'll touch on it again and reiterate on this because there was some more tools and tactics that I was trying to incorporate into controlling your emotions, getting your emotions in check, and staying unbothered. I noticed I didn't even mention none of those or that, how to be unbothered. But at the same time, to be unbothered is to control your emotions. Keep your emotions intact and keep your emotions in check. And at the end of the day, I love you guys. Have a blessed night. I gotta go. My back is killing me, and I don't want to I don't want to be on here repeating myself, y'all. I'm starting to hurt real bad. I gotta get up. Love you guys. Mwah. Be blessed.